Feathered Friend by Arthur C. Clarke. Sven Olsen smuggled his pet canary, Claribel, on board the space station. Although I'm not a psychologist, I must admit that his selection was very sensible. Claribel weighed practically nothing. Her food requirements were tiny. And she was not worried, as most animals would have been, by the absence of gravity. Very soon, she became all our pets, and we looked to her to break the dull monotony of life in zero gravity. We had little trouble hiding our unauthorized guest when VIPs from Earth came visiting. But Claribel got rather noisy when she was upset, and we sometimes had to explain the whistles that came from ventilating shafts. One morning, breakfast was unusually quiet. The night before, I had scant sleep and fitful dreams. So, I was also tired and lightheaded and in no mood for conversation. Sven came in through the doorway, and we could tell something was wrong. He slowly opened his hand, and there lay a tiny bundle of yellow feathers with two clenched claws sticking pathetically up in the air. "What happened?" we asked, all equally distressed. "Give her a shot of oxygen," suggested somebody. Claribel was tucked into a face mask that was large enough to serve as a complete oxygen tent for her. To our delighted surprise, she revived at once and began twittering. Something had been tugging at my memory. I felt that I could do with some of that oxygen when understanding exploded in my brain. I said urgently, "Jim, there's something wrong with the air. That's why Claribel's passed out. I have just remembered that miners used to carry canaries down to warn them of gas." "Nonsense," said Jim. "Both alarms would have gone off." But his assistant reminded him that one alarm was not working anyway. Worried, he went to check and came back 10 minutes later with a sheepish expression. It was one of those accidents that couldn't possibly happen. Part of the air purifier had frozen up last night, and the alarm had failed to go off. $500,000 worth of chemical and electronic engineering had let us down completely, and it was up to a little bird to save us. Claribel turned out to be a double security measure at practically no extra expense.